Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is me, Alicia. If this is your first time here, and if not, welcome back. Alright, so I took a poll. I just took a poll today because I wasn't sure what video I was going to record today. I think I'm going to end up recording both of them, but you guys voted that you wanted my 2024 unorthodox luxury wish list. So let's do a quick round robin with what I have on, and then we'll get into the video. Okay, my jewelry, of course, is all from the Living Fearless collection. These earrings just came in. I absolutely love them. We also got them in silver. They're just a cute, like, nice abstract earring. My necklace is a Thompson necklace. I think we have a couple available. This is a double chain. I don't know if this is available yet. And then all of my rings. I am back to being a press-on girl. I'm trying to decide what I'm trying to put my energy into for the month of January, and being in a nail salon for 2 hours isn't my idea of self-care for me right now. I probably will eventually go back, but for right now, let me go in, get my little 35-minute pedicure and come on out. I'm not really into the gel X extensions, and I don't like the smell of acrylic, so this is where we are. My top is from Anthropologie. I love and I hate that store. I love it so much, but sometimes the price can be like, ugh. But I absolutely love this. And then you guys can't see it, but I have on a pair of oversized American Eagle jeans. Is that it? And then this is my hair. Tomorrow makes 3 weeks of my hair being straightened. I'll link the details below, but it's a blowout. She did some kind of coating. I don't know. If you go to the place that I go to and you go to the stylist that I went to, just say, hey, can you do whatever you did to Alicia's hair, because I don't know what she put on there. She did some kind of coat and some kind of conditioner. I don't know, but I'll leave that in the bio where I got it, and then I'll also link the stylist's name for that. And you do have to call to make an appointment to request a certain stylist. If not, they'll just put you with anybody. Alright, so if you have been around for a couple of years, you know that I create a wish list for myself, and then also sometimes I'll put like couples things for us at the beginning of every year. One, so that I can see it. You know, God says write the vision and make it plain, so I can see what I am trying to work towards throughout the year. I am manifesting, this is what I want to happen, and I just like being able to do them. So this one's going to be a little different. I'm going to go through my 2023 wish list really quickly, let you know what was on my wish list. A lot of you guys know, or the ones that have been around know, that for some of the things on my wish list, I attach cause and effect. So I have to do something in order for me to get that item that's on my wish list. And you'll see an example. And then we're going to go through my 2024 wish list, which as of today, there are 10 items on the list. And that's normally about the amount for every year. So let's get into our 2023 recap. Okay, let's just start at the beginning of my wish list. The first one was the Nama juicer, and I'll put the thing up here. Is a Nama juicer. Now for this one, if it's something that I think I want, but I'm trying to figure out how I say it, how I put certain goals behind certain things and then just put it on my wish list. For this one, I guess if it's not something consistent or I would consistently use on a day-to-day basis, I have to put a goal behind. So the juicer was something where I wanted to start juicing. At the beginning of last year, I was juicing for like 24 hours a day, just 1 day a week, and I was like, spending a lot of money on juices. I would like to invest in a nice juicer. And that's why I put this on my list. I was like, all right, Alicia, if you can consistently juice for 3 months, then you can get it. I did not. I want to say I maybe did February, and then not even the whole month of February. I did the whole month of January. So I juiced once a week for 4 weeks. And then I may have done, I tell you what, we went to London for William's birthday, and when we came back, I stopped. I just never thought about it again. Like, I would do the occasional juice if they were on sale, but as far as like the 24-hour juicing to kind of like cleanse the body, I didn't do again. So I did not get that on my wish list, and I am not bringing that into the new year because I realized that that's not really something that's going to be consistent. And for a juicer to be $600 US, I need to be consistent. So that was something on my wish list last year. Didn't get it, and it's not going on my wish list this year. Next up are these Fendi sandals. Now, I'll pop them up here. Those weren't a part of like a get cause and effect. I wanted them, and I said I was going to wait until I went overseas to get them, and I did. I got them while we were in London. So love them. Say not London. I got them when we were in Amsterdam, because London don't give you nothing back. I don't know if you know that, but since Brexit, they're not doing no VAT refund. So you have to go somewhere where basically euro is the currency. London is using pound. So I got them while we were in Amsterdam, and I absolutely loved them. Save a couple $100. Next up was the Louis Vuitton hobo bag. I'll pop it up here. I also got that while we were in Amsterdam. I'm sorry, y'all, the line to get in this Louis Vuitton store, I waited at least 45 minutes. So much so we missed our flight. We took a train to Brussels and then to Amsterdam, and we were just gonna quickly fly back to London. I missed my flight. Had a whole mental breakdown because I missed my flight. Now looking back, it was worth it. Okay, I stood in that line for 45 minutes and I wanted them. Now the line to get the Fendi sandals, nothing. So I did get this bag while we were in London, and I don't feel an ounce of guilt. Next up was I had wanted to get a Pauline, and it's a numero Dix. I just love, it's kind of like their version of a moon bag. I absolutely love it. I'll pop up the exact one that I got. I really wanted to get it while we went to Paris. Paris was something that we were kind of gonna make a quick trip out of, but that wasn't something that we were able to do. We were going to try to do like Maldives for our anniversary, and we'll get to that. And then coming back, we were gonna stop in Paris for a couple of days and then come back. We were exhausted. Like I love Maldives, but it is like the flight and actually getting to the island where we stayed was just exhausting. So we immediately changed course, immediately switched flights. I was like, you know what, we're coming straight home after we leave. But I was able to, if you aren't familiar with it, I don't know if Fashion File does, but I know the Real also sells Pauline bags. So if you are looking for a Pauline bag and you don't want to pay the regular price for it, some places don't sell it secondhand because it's not really, I don't know if they can consider that a luxury, because it's not like it's a $4,000 or $5,000 bag. But the Real does have a couple of options. So I was able to put up a notification. They notify me when they have new bags. I saw that one and I grabbed that one, so was very, very proud of that. The next thing on my wish list was I wanted to invest in some luggage. I had my luggage probably since I want to say our 5-year anniversary. I got new luggage. I had some that my in-laws gave me when we first got married, and then I switched it out. And so I really wanted to invest in some good luggage, and I was debating between Monos and Bays, and actually ended up on Bays luggage because I had a ton of Nordstrom points, and I saw that Nordstrom carried them. So I did invest in some nice luggage. Looking back at it, I wish I would have got a different carry-on. They have two, and I think it's them, or it might be someone else, I can't remember. I want to say it's Bays, but they have on your carry-on where it's a front zipper that you can slide your laptop in, so that way when you're going through TSA, you don't have to worry about opening your carry-on, taking out the laptop, and then putting it in. And I didn't get that one. Now if I am going to put that one on my wish list for 2024, as I want to get that specific one. I would like to get it in gray to match my existing luggage, but if not, I'm fine, because I'm still waiting. I did TSA pre-check. I'm still waiting. Where's my pre-check? And I even tried to do global entry, but there is a 10-month wait list on global entry. Anywho, so I was able to get my luggage, but I am going to put the carry-on my wish list for 2024. I'm hoping that Nordstrom will eventually get it, and I can use some Nordstrom points to be able to get the majority of it. But if not, I am going to break down and just buy it full price. All right, next up on my unorthodox wish list is I wanted to get our floors redone. We have this brown shade of hardwood, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just really want like this style of hardwood. And we came out and we got a quote from the guy, and the guy said, well, because you already have furniture here, it's going to be very hard for us to do it, because they normally guarantee you a one day done, because they have the machine that sucks up the dust, so your house doesn't get dusty or anything like that. But he says because we have a lot of luggage, it's going to take at least a week, and they would request that we aren't here because there's going to be a lot of like moving furniture. Like they're going to move all the kitchen furniture over here and then move all the living furniture over here, and it's just a lot for someone to deal with, especially if you're living here. And there wasn't a time when we were gone for a solid week. When we were gone, like we went to London and to Maldives, Alexander was still here. My sister and my mother-in-law were still taking care of them here because we didn't want to break him off of a schedule. And then when we did go out of town with him, we weren't gone for an entire week. So we also did this. So this was not on my luxury wish list. For those that aren't familiar with what this is my patio converted to a library. And so when we got the quote for this, my husband was like, so those floors aren't getting done this year. Like, all right. So yeah, didn't get that done last year, but I am gonna put that on my list this year and we'll get into it. And then I want to say the last thing was an espresso maker, and I honestly just didn't see the need for it. I don't know why I put it on my wish list. Looking back at it, I don't know why. I didn't get it. I'm being honest, I didn't think about it until I was going through my wish list and realized that it was on there. So it's not going into 2024 with me. Oh, and then the last thing, how could I forget that? It's literally the biggest thing, was I said I wanted to take a trip to the Maldives for our 10-year anniversary, and we were able to do it. And I normally like plan, book all of our travel, but when it came time for me to try to plan and book Maldives, it was so intimidating because it was like you had to fly into Dubai, then you had to fly into somewhere else, and you had to fly into somewhere else, then you had to take a boat. It was just a lot going on. So I think I ended up talking to you guys. We just decided maybe we were going to do the Amalfi Coast and then maybe go for like 2 weeks or whatever. And then I don't know, yes I do know, Facebook was probably listening to me, or Instagram or something, because then this website comes up, Luxury Escapes, that says it's a travel agent for your luxury vacations. And I'm being honest with you, when I looked up the Maldives, and there was a specific hotel that I wanted to stay in, which is where we stayed. It was at Pullman, and I looked at the rate and I was like, there's no way this makes sense, because when I was trying to do it by myself, it was at least, if not double, it was at least 50% more than what they had on the website. So I called. I was like, hey, I see this rate, I'm putting in the dates, I'm putting in we're leaving from Birmingham, and it's spitting out this amount, and it says it includes the flights. I just want to make sure this is factual. I also want to make sure that you are factual. And she said yes. She said that was fine. And so then I called the hotel. I called Pullman. I said, hey, I'm booking to come stay with you guys, and I'm booking through Luxury Escapes. I just want to make sure, is it something that you've heard of? She's like, oh yeah, we have people do it all the time, because they don't have to worry about it. They can put one amount, and then this company does everything else. They do the transportation. Every time we stopped off on a flight, there was somebody that had my name that said, all right, Miss Alicia, welcome to Dubai, or welcome to, I don't really remember the other small island we went to. Let me get your bags for you. So I see you're going to have a layover, so hours. You can come and, hang out in our lounge. And then when it came time to actually get on the boat, we didn't have to, like, it was just smooth, the smoothest trip I've ever been on, where I didn't have to worry about, okay, let me make sure, let me see this, let me see, like, because I'm the logistics person in our relationship, so I'm making sure, okay, we got to be on this flight, we got to be here. It was absolutely smooth. Like, it was the best trip that we've been on for an anniversary period. I love it. I'm thinking I'm going to use them when we go to Switzerland. That's also on my wish list. We'll get to that, but I didn't think I'd be that girl. I thought I was always like, I'm going to do it by myself. I don't want to do that. So that's my 2023 recap. Let's get into 2024. Okay, so starting 2024. I'm excited. 2024, I'm just really excited for the year. I'm excited. I've been just doing a lot of praying. I've just been really manifesting, not just for this to be a good year for me. I just want everybody that I'm attached to just be blessed. Like, I don't want to be the only one that's getting blessed and is having miracles after miracles. I want my friends, I want my family, I want want my loved ones come and be like, oh my God, guess what happened to me today? Oh my God, guess what happened to me today? I feel like this year is just going to be the year of like overflow, not just for me, but for, like I said, everybody that I'm attached to. So I'm excited for this year. So like I said, I like to write. I'm putting my wish list up here so you guys can, I can see it, you can't. So like I said, I have 10 things. It's unorthodox because everything isn't Louis, Gucci, Prada, Chanel, as you saw from 2023. But it's my list. It's my manifestations. It's my write the vision down and make it plain. So putting them on my list. I want my floor stained. I do. I have a vision. I really like the lighter floors, and it was one of those things where when we came and we initially saw the house and we were sitting down, because there were a couple of other houses that were on our, you know, final, you know, trying to get the final cut, and so we did the pros and cons of each house. And one of the cons, well, a couple of the cons on this house was I knew that I wanted lighter floors. I had these same floors back at our first house. I wasn't obsessed with them. We had really, really dark floors at our second house that you guys are familiar with. While I love really, really dark floors, the dust loves it too. Okay, and I could have just, I'm talking about Swiffered the floor on Monday. On Tuesday, you can see the dust. It just happens. That's why I don't like to get a black car, because you can see everything. So I wanted a lighter floors. So that's definitely on our wish list. And it's just a matter of us getting out of this house for an entire week. Now, probably won't happen until much, much later in the year. If one thing happens on my wish list, well, it's a bonus because I haven't really put it on there because it's a me and William's goal, and he's not 100% on it yet. So I haven't officially put it on my wish list. But if not in June, which is what I'm talking about, and I'll get to that in a second, then definitely in August when we go out of the country for Alexander's birthday trip. All right, next up on my luxury wish list is I want to put the roof over our porch. Hear me out. Like I said, this house had some amazing things, but some of the cons was she has this porch and it's really nice and it's spacious, and I have, you know, these tall greenery things out there, and I have like a black sitting set where you can go out and just sit and relax and all that kind of stuff, but there's nothing up top. So when it rains, it just rains, and it's bad for two reasons. One, my packages get wet. Let's just be honest, I have a lot of packages. My packages get wet when it rains. The guy from FedEx is just, I'm talking about, he's so nice. And so if he knows it's raining and he knows we're probably not at home, he'll put it in like a bag, like a little plastic bag. But for everybody else, I just put them on the porch. And it's not their fault. It's not their fault we don't have a roof over our thing. Second thing is that when we have people come over, most of the time people come through the front door. And if it's raining, there's nowhere to dry their shoes other than inside my house, and I want to get to the point where there are no shoes in my house. I don't wear them. William wears house shoes, so we're the people that just don't wear shoes in the household. But when people come over, there's nowhere for them to put their shoes, so they just come in and just track all of that in the house, and I'm just like Swiffering the hell out of the floor when they leave. Whereas if I had a porch, a roof over the porch, I could easily put a little basket right there by the door that says your shoes go here. It's the cutest, it's the cutest thing. I want to get it, so I want to put the roof over it, and that's something where we're getting that. We actually had a guy, the people that did the patio conversion is going to come out and give us a quote, because I'm just ready for it. If it ain't attached to nothing. It's attached to, I'm ready for people to stop trekking wet, dirty shoes in my clean house. So that's on my list. All right, third thing on my list is the higher dose blanket sauna. I'll put it up here. I want one. Here's the thing. I wish that I could try it out, because I like to go, anytime when I go to the gym, I'm gonna step foot in the sauna. And it's been upsetting now that I have my hair straightened that when I go to the gym, I can't go to the sauna because, hello, straight hair. But I just love going in. I normally will go in like 5 minutes before I do my cardio, just to kind of like get my body warm. And then after, that's where I go to read. So a lot of you guys asking me, Alicia, when do you have time to read? You have so much going on. I read in the sauna. I'll either take my physical book or I'll use my Kindle, and I'll go in there and then I'll spend 25 to 30 minutes. I know the max is 15. I got it. But I'll spend my 25 to 30 minutes in there, and I'm getting my heart rate is still up, right? I'm getting a good sweat, and I'm also reading. That's like, I mean, multitasking at its finest. So when I'm not at the gym, I want to be able to get the same sauna feel. And I follow this girl on Instagram, and she got in it, and I'm like, whoa, I want to do that. I want to be able to have a sauna at home. And I think it's a great kind of like middle ground, because in my dream home that God's going to bless me with, I don't know, in several years from now, I want to have a sauna in my house. Like, I want to have a whole, like a little gym area, and in that gym area I want to have like a sauna where I can go in and just relax. So I feel that this will help me get there. Now, this is going to be attached to a goal, because it's not something that I have to do every day. So I have to commit to working out 3 days a week. I know it's like, oh, that's not a lot, but on top of working out 3 days a week, I have to at least spend 2 of those days in an actual gym, because I have been really into like working out at home and finding YouTube workouts that it's like, Alicia, you're wasting your gym membership, go into the gym. So I physically have to go into the gym 2 times a week in order to be able like to work out. And if I do that consistently at the end of May, I can get my blanket sauna in June. So, all right, next up, and this is, whew, I need somebody to bless me with this, but if you haven't been around on Instagram, I have been in my baggy. I'm gonna scoot over because that sun is like so blinding. I'm gonna scoot you guys over too. There we go. I have been in my baggy girl era. I love it here. It's just, you guys are welcoming me with open arms. I love the baggy girl trend. I love being oversized but then still being feminine and cute. It's just a vibe. Anywho, I'm minding Pinterest's business, and I see these jeans, and this isn't the first time that I've seen these jeans. It's not. I've seen them on quite a few other influencers, but they didn't have my thighs, nor did they have my hips. So I'm like, I'm good. Are they really baggy on everybody? Because everything's baggy on a size 2 if you wear a size 6. Like, show me somebody with some hips and some thighs, and it looks. And so I follow this girl, Yashima. Actually, I've been following her for a while, and she tried them on, and they were baggy on her, and they looked gorgeous on her. I mean, they looked gorgeous, and the way that she paired it, I'm like, Yashima, why would you do this to me? It was just absolutely gorgeous. So when I was looking at my luxury wish list, I went and priced them, and my God, oh, that's a lot of money for jeans, but I really want them. I mean, I don't think I've ever paid this much money for an article of clothing in my life, but I really want these jeans. So I actually have 2 goals behind it. One, I have to get to my goal weight. My goal weight is 160 pounds. I am currently at 160, like 165, 166. So I've got about 5 or 6 pounds left to lose. That's one thing. 2, I have a clothing budget. Every single month I have a clothing budget that says, Alicia, you cannot spend this amount of money on clothes. And every single month I blow it. Every single month. I mean, I just be looking at my budget be looking at me like, you know you shouldn't be in this checkout line. You got 12 more days at the end of the month. What are you doing in this checkout line? So if I really want these, then I have to stick to my clothing budget. So not only do I have to get down to my goal weight, I also have to stick to my clothing budget for 6 months. So from January until June, I have to stick to my budget. If I stick to it, then I can buy the pants. And when I tell you it has been the biggest motivation, I walked into Target yesterday and I saw so many cute things. I was like, oh, that's cute. I walked out with nothing. So I was like, you know what? I kept saying to myself, you're cute, but you're not the Maison Margiela cute. And that's what I want. And that's been like my process. If I don't have to buy clothes for a collaboration, if I don't have to pick out pieces for some sponsored content, I ain't buying it, because I want those jeans. And I am thinking about, I know we have to make, I kind of want to do a trip to Nashville soon, because I want to be able to try them on, because my local Saks says that they carry the brand, but they never have the jeans in my size. So I kind of want to go to Nashville, because I know whether it's the Nordstrom or the Neiman or the Saks, they'll have, I'm hoping, surely, because I'm not going to Atlanta. Not happening. But I'm hoping Nashville will have some that I can try on, because who knows, I might try them on and realize they don't fit me as well as they fit everybody else. But the way that Yashima was wearing them, I need them. So that's number 4 on the list. All right, on the subject of shit being expensive, is I want the Baccarat Rouge perfume. Here you go. And I know, I feel like it's like, oh, all the rage. Hear me out. I'm in Saks. I actually was in Saks. This has been on my wish list since last October. I'm in Saks Fifth Avenue. This was during Magic City Classic Week, and my friend was doing the charcuterie, the catering for an event at Saks. So I was like, hey, I'm not too far away. I'm gonna pull up and support. I pull up. I thought the Saks was going to be closed, but no, they were still doing purchases. So I'm walking around. I was like, ooh, I got onto the restroom. So I go to the restroom, and on my way back, this lady was like, ooh, do you want to try this perfume? I was like, sure. I really like perfume. I smelled it, and I was like, oh. I told her, I literally said, oh my God, that smells absolutely amazing. She's like, are you sure? I was like, oh my God, what is that? It's a Baccarat Rouge. $5.40 to be exact. And then she told me the price, and I said, why would you do that to me? Why would you have me sniff this heaven in a bottle and then tell me it's $600+? Why would you do that to me, friend? I just met you. I thought we were gonna be great friends, and then you hit me with a $600 bottle of perfume. So I put it on my wish list because I want it. I have never smelled it before. I hear people saying Baccarat Rouge, really, like it's like all the rave. All these people are finding dupes to this and dupes to that, and oils and sprays, but I've never smelled it before in my entire life, and I purposely have never tried to smell it before because I didn't want to get attached to an expensive ass perfume. But she whiffs it in my nostrils, and now here we are. So normally what I do is I set aside $125 each month to buy myself a nice perfume. Sometimes it doesn't cost that much, and I can just carry that over to the next month, but that's the budget that I have in my budget, is to spend $125 on a new perfume. So in order to get this perfume, I basically can't buy any perfume for the next 5 or 6 months to be able to save up to buy the Baccarat Rouge. So I have created a sinking fund in my budget, and it is literally called Baccarat Rouge 540. So for January, I put the money in there, and you can't buy a perfume. If you buy a perfume, now I gotta start all over, because I'm literally not spending any extra money just to buy this perfume. Now, does this mean I can't buy perfume for the next 5 or 6 months? This lighting is doing something really weird, sorry. Then absolutely, that's what that means. But if you really want the perfume, then you will be okay with that, because it's not like you only got 2 perfumes at home, Alicia. You got a ton. So spray some of the shit you got until you can buy this one. So that's on my wish list. All right, next up, we're gonna get to the last one. And that is, I want to get a pair of, I don't know, are they still calling them chunky sneakers? These are the 2 that I'm looking at. It's a pair of New Balances, and then a pair of Asics. And the reason why I want to get them is I just told you guys that I've really been in like my baggy girl era, right? As I'm Pinteresting and I'm trying to find inspiration, I realized that that's the one item in my closet that I'm really missing from like being able to take them like up a notch. I have sneakers, however, a lot of my sneakers are low profile. You guys know I really like dunks. So besides dunks, I have a pair of like New Balance 574s. I have a pair of those, and then that's it. That's really the end of my chunky sneaker game. And so these are the pair that I really want. They're $154 at online. I don't remember where they are. And even though they're not that expensive, I want to make sure that it's this era that I am in isn't a phase. When I mean like there's an era, which means you're in that for a while. Like even if I'm not wearing a baggy outfit every single day, I'm at least pulling one out once a week. So I want to make sure it's an era and not a phase, as in like I'm pulling out all these off outfits and then the second February gets here, nothing. there's no baggy girl outfits. What's going on? So I just want to make sure it's a new dimension that I'm adding to my styling, and not just something that I'm doing now and I'm never going to do again. So I don't really know what cause and effect I'm going to put behind getting those. I just know that I don't want to immediately get them now. I guess I want to make sure that, like I said, this is an additional layer to my clothing and not just a one-time thing. So I think, you know, I started it in December. I'm still doing it in January. I think if I get like 3 or 4 months of consistent baggy styling, I like to do like a baggy with also feminine touches. I want to make sure that that's consistent for me before I invest $154 in sneakers. So like I said, even though it's not that expensive to me, I don't want to throw $154 down the drain. That's what I mean. So that's why it's on my luxury wish list, and I'll just keep you guys updated, you know. Okay, so where are we at? So floor stained roof, blanket sauna, Mesa Margiela jeans, Baccarat Rouge chunky density. Number 7 is I want and I'm going to get them because, like I said, these have been on my wish list since mentally, like, you know, mental note, since last October. Yeah, last October. And I think I remember telling you guys before that I had picked up these off-brand Birkenstocks from Walmart. Still wear them to this day because they're hella comfortable. And I said, I don't want to get the Birkenstock brand unless I know I'm actually going to wear them. Like I said, I want to make sure that before I invest into higher end items or like the actual brand, that I want to make sure I'm not in a phase. I want to make sure it's an additional dimension to my wardrobe. So got these from Walmart. They're still comfortable. I still wear these all the time. And I love them. And so I was watching Jeranika. I recently found her like late November. It had to be late November because I ain't watching nobody in December. And she was talking about how she was in New York and she saw these and she was like obsessed, and I'm like, Gucci makes Birkenstocks? So they're on my list. I'm gonna get them when we go out of the country because I've been wearing mine all the time. So they're on my list. There's no cause and effect. I've been wearing the off-brand ones, so I deserve these. What's next? All right, the last one is an actual item. Well, this last one is an actual item, and then the next 2 are going to be travel items. So this one is the most expensive item. And I put it on here because, as I was talking to William, and we were, you know, having a conversation. I don't even know what we were talking about. He was like, yeah, you should. I was like, I really want this. And he's like, yeah, you just, you know, put it on your list. And I was like, are you gonna get me something for our anniversary? What's going on? But I want a luxury watch. And I think what I mean by that is I want a piece of jewelry or a timepiece that grows in value. I don't know if you guys know, but every year for my birthday, I get myself a piece of fine jewelry. Whether that is a necklace or an earring or a bracelet or whatever, I get myself a piece, like I said, real jewelry, gold, diamonds, sapphire, whatever. Because 2 things. One, I like to look at that piece and say, yes, I got that for my 25th birthday, or I got that for my 30th birthday. And then 2, you know, should I have a daughter, I want to be able to give her, you know, when I'm gone and on the other side of heaven, give her these nice, by that time it'll be vintage pieces that she can wear and then pass down to her daughter and pass down to her daughter, because my family ain't got nothing. I have nothing. So I'm starting what I hope is a tradition where jewelry is passed down, and before I know it, my great grandchild would be like, yeah, my great grandmother Alicia left this to my great grandmother, and then great grandmother and grandmother, and now it's 100 years old and I have this piece. And so it's just something that I really wanted to start doing, and I've started it when I was 30. So this year was the 6th time that I've done that, and I can go back and I can say this is what I was thinking about, this is why I decided to go with this piece, this is where I got it from. And this year, for the year 7, so I'm really big on numbers, so this is the 7th time, because I'll be 37 this year. Oh, that's a lot to say that out loud. It's fine, okay, because I look good at 37, okay. I'm not stressed, I ain't got no wrinkles, I'm fine. Anywho, so for the number 7, I really wanted to do something big, and so I really want to get a luxury watch. Now, which brands? I have been deciding between Bulgari, Cartier, and Rolex. If I do end up getting a Cartier, I definitely love the vintage pieces, and when I mean buy, we're gonna get these second hand, like a reseller, like a fashion file, or like luxury watches. I'm not going to get it new. I hope you guys know that, because the used prices are scaring me, so I don't even know what the new prices are. Okay, just make sure we got that out of the way. So I really love the vintage pieces that Cartier has. I love the two-toned bracelets watches that I have been seeing on Rolex. And then for Bulgari, surprisingly, I love the vintage, like the old silver that they've been doing lately. The gold isn't really appealing to me on Bulgari. I don't know why. I've seen a couple pieces and I'm not like obsessed. To me, their vintage silver, their brass has been really into it. But it's something that I definitely want to get this year for the year number 7. And so that's just something where I want to spend anywhere between $4,000 to $6,000 on that. So I've actually created that in my budget. So I have another sinking fund in my budget that legit just says luxury watch. And so the way it works is that every time I get paid, I'm gonna put a certain amount into that. If I get like an extra bonus, or if I get something that comes through that I'm not expecting, then that's gonna go towards that sinking fund, with the hopes that once December gets here, thank God my birthday is in December and I got 12 months to save for it. So by the time December gets here, I should have a nice chunk of change to be able to get that for myself. And who knows, maybe my husband will help me out. Although I didn't help him out when he got his, because it was expensive. Hello? No. Okay, so that's it for things. Let's get into travel. Okay, so travel. First things first, I told you guys about it when I was talking about Maldives, and that's Switzerland. I want to go to Switzerland. I want to go to Switzerland so bad. I mean, it's just, and I want to go in the fall. Look at this train. You see this train? Ever since we took the train from London to Brussels and Amsterdam, I've been obsessed with going on trains over there, because I don't want nothing over here. Although I heard the train from like Carolina to Seattle was pretty decent, and then somewhere else on that side, but on a regular here in the United States, no one's getting on the Amtrak to enjoy it. But over there, it's just, it's nice, it's serene. They have these big windows in this train, and you can just look out and see the fall foliage and the birds and the squirrels, and it's just, it's a zen moment all its own. So I want to go to Switzerland. I want to go for our anniversary. Anniversary is in September. I want to go. So we might have to go a little later in September. Yeah, a little later in September besides our anniversary, because other things are happening. But I really want to go. I really want to go. I can't decide on specifically which like city, like area in Switzerland I want to stay in, but I definitely want to go. I definitely want to go to Switzerland, and then I definitely want to get on this train. And with that is number 10, which William told me not to put on here, but I'm going to put on here. And I don't even want to say it out loud, because I feel like just even me writing it down scares me, because it's definitely something that I have wanted to do, but I just logistically, I don't know how it's going to happen, and that's why it's on my wish list. But for the month of June, I want to spend the entire month either at the Amalfi Coast or in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Hear me out. I know those two places are absolutely very different. I love San Juan. I love it's just, I could visit San Juan, and it's one of those very, very few, because I normally don't like to travel to the same place more than once. I'll go twice, and then, I mean, that's it. That's the reason why I ain't been back to Tulum. Everybody's like, oh, let's do a birthday trip in Tulum. You can go, but I'm not going. I've already been there, okay? I've seen it. No, I'm not going back. There's just something about San Juan, Puerto Rico that for me, it just feels home. It feels relaxing. It feels like I could make a home there. And so that's why I said Puerto Rico. The Amalfi Coast, because it's Italy. It's just, you know, you see these pictures, and I've even went on Airbnb and I've tried, like, I've gotten rates and all that kind of stuff, and I want to do it. I want to spend a whole month. I want to gather the crew. When I mean the crew, I mean me, my husband, and my son. That's it. I don't want to take nobody else. That the only people that live in this household. Is I want to go, and I just want to spend a month. Because you got to realize, especially when we're traveling with Alexander, it's a lot just to get to said location. I know when we went to Aruba, we didn't get in our stride until like day 3. By that time, it was like, all right, we're leaving in 2 days, so let's just try to, you know, wrap this up. And I feel like going for a month is like, you have a chance to get settled, you have a chance to get in a routine, he has a chance, like, we don't have to rush to try to go and see this monument and this monument and that. We can take a nice train up somewhere. It's relaxing. Now, William seems to think that spending a month somewhere is absolutely outlandish. He was like, and I quote, "This probably should have been on your list while we didn't have kids." Rolls eyes. He said maybe 2 weeks. He said, but to go for a month, Alicia, is a lot. I want to go for a month. So it's on my list. I want to spend 30 days somewhere, whether it's in Puerto Rico or the Amalfi Coast. And I'm writing it out, right? Because it's, once again, what are we saying? Write the vision and make it plain. So that wraps up my 2024 wish list. All right, you guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. It's a lot, right? But you can see where I have a little bit of everything. There's a hodgepodge of everything on this list. I'll write my wish list, but I don't see the point in giving you guys links because I don't want you to put it on your wish list because it's on mine. If you do want to, you can go out and Google it, but I literally am only going to put this in the description box so that I might actually do links, because it helped me when I was trying to do research to see what was on my list, because on my notes app it just says like it just said juicer, and I was like, what are you talking about? So I had to remember what juicer, which further lets me know that's why it's not on my list for 2024. Anywho, so I'll put my wish list. You know, if you want to pray over it, you know, you want to church, or if you already went to church, because it is coming out at 7 o'clock and you go to church on Wednesday. If you just want to put my wish list on your prayer, just like, you know, Alicia, you know, bless Alicia's wish list. I appreciate you. I do. I appreciate you so much. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have made it this far in the video and you have not subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe. Also click the notification bell so you don't miss any videos from me. The vlog's back. One came back Thursday. There'll be another one this Thursday. We're going to keep the same schedule this year, because why are we trying to do anything different? Well, don't fix what's not broken. So with all that being said, I'm going to see you Sunday, 7 o'clock. Later.